If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. Hey.
Your ex-wife, Nicole Simpson, has been killed. I'm so sorry, Mr. Simpson.
Welcome back, guys. The People vs. O.J. Simpson is now on Netflix. I finally got a chance to watch it, and honestly, I can say that I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. Now, I'm not sure how many of you guys know about the O.J. Simpson case, or about his life, or about the murder cases at all. So, if anything, just make sure, because I might throw in some spoilers. Just a warning. Now, O.J. Simpson, also known as the Juice, is a famous footballer, widely known. He was also a broadcaster and an actor, and then he was mainly known for the murder case. So basically, his ex-wife Nicole and Ronald Goldman were found murdered at Nicole's house, and then detectives went to O.J. Simpson's house to let him know about the situation, and then that's where they found more clues leading up to his house, like blood trails, blood on the white Bronco, and finding that infamous glove. And of course, with all that found evidence, they decided to put him on trial for the murder of those two people. Now, I'm not going to talk about all the episodes, because honestly, that would just take forever. But the number one thing that stuck out to me in this show or series would be the cast. They were freaking phenomenal. I just couldn't find one actor in this series that I thought was bad. Like, even the jury had a great cast. Like, all of them were good. John Travolta, Sarah Paulson, Sterling Brown, and Courtney Vase, just to name a few, were just great. If I had to choose an actor that stuck out to me and made like a big deal in this series, it would be Sterling K. Brown. His depiction of Darden was really good, and it made a huge impact because he was like basically almost at the bottom of helping, and then out of nowhere he just grew into this bigger and bigger and bigger character, and that's what stuck out to me the most. And I think he gave like such a great performance. Cuba Gooding Jr., who played O.J. Simpson, was also good. I don't think they resembled a lot as far as like physical appearance, because Cuba is really smaller compared to O.J. Simpson's body type, but the performance that he gave as OJ was really good as well. Although I knew the outcome of this series, I knew the trial, I've read articles, I've seen documentaries, this show did a good job in making it seem like I've never watched this before. It made it seem like it was fresh, and it was like the first time I've heard of this. My favorite scenes from the series itself were the scenes inside of the courtroom itself. The cinematography itself was amazing. I like how they panned so many different ways with the cameras. I thought that was really cool, especially when they had like long dialogues between like each attorney or the people versus the defendant. They also tackled the whole race issue thing very well. So besides the courtroom and OJ being in the spotlight the whole time, I like that the series actually tackled other things besides that. They actually went into the life of like attorneys, like the people, the actual jury. You get to see how they went through this process and how they actually had to like suffer like months like of actually being like stuck in the hotel, like without being able to talk to anybody about this case, not even within the jury themselves. And this case was heavily broadcasted like in real life. Like, this case was like on the TV like non-stop, day and night. It was hectic, it was crazy, and it was just full of drama. Now, my favorite scene or favorite moment, or the moment that just made me go WTF, was Michael Furman's like plead the fifth scene. Did he tamper or plant evidence? Well, we don't know, because he pleaded the fifth. And that just looks so bad for the people's defense, because they just didn't know what to do. And honestly, like, I was just like, man, that sucks. Like, why would you even put him up there? Like, that was like the worst idea they had. So, what was your favorite scene or moment of the series itself? Did they miss any, by the way? Because I'm not sure. I couldn't keep track. But I think they got everything that they needed to in the series. Now, the obvious question is, like, do you think he did it? And honestly, I'm leaning more towards, like, yeah, I think he did it. But at the same time, I'm stuck in the middle. Like, I go back and forth, because there's so many things that the prosecutors could have done. And then also the defense, or like the dream team as they call it, like they did so many things to like kind of just go around that question and make it seem like the race thing. And which they did pretty good, actually. Like, the race card, I felt like they had to do that in order to, like, you know, be like, hey, you know, this is just another cop picking on a black person. And I was just like, well, I mean, shit, they had to play that, they had to play it. But the thing was, the jury ended up saying he's not guilty, and he walked away a free man. Obviously, he's been jailed now, but for other reasons, kidnapping and possession of arms. But in the end, it's all up to the viewer to decide. You know, you're watching this series, or if you heard of this case, I'm pretty sure you already made up your mind about whether he's innocent or guilty. So you can also leave that down in the comments. I believe the series highlighted a lot of the things that are going on now, actually, like, you know, like cops picking African Americans and things like that. And I think it tackled that very well. Like in the end of the series, you can see how divided the nation was. Like, you know, people were like celebrating that he was free, people were angry that he wasn't, people were crying. I mean, this thing was just nuts. Like, and the crazier thing is that this thing was real. This thing actually happened. Now, as far as nitpicking anything from the series itself, I don't think I found anything that I had an issue with. I mean, yeah, maybe some scenes were a little bit long, you know, the dialogue was kind of boring at points, but it wasn't like that many times. I mean, like the part where he does the whole, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit. He didn't wear the knit cap that he actually wears in the courtroom. That's something that they missed, but I mean, other than that, it wasn't a big deal. And I can seriously see myself watching this all over again. And that's rare for me because I can't watch 10 hours of a show all over again. So I was very invested in the series and I had no expectations. And those expectations were blown off the roof for me. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. Cuba Jr.'s representation of OJ did take me like maybe an episode to get used to him because I just couldn't like see him as OJ just because of the body type. But then after rewatching a couple like scenes of him in the courtroom and stuff like that, I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely OJ. Like his characteristics were actually on point for me. So guys, my question to you is, after decades and watching this series, do you guys think he's innocent or guilty, or you know, what do you guys think? Are you guys stuck in the middle like I am? Leave your comments down below, let me know. And during the weekend, guys, Lego Batman's coming out, so I'm probably gonna do my review on Saturday, so make sure to check that out. But guys, as always, you know, if you like this video, make sure to share and give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you guys like this kind of content. But as always, guys, stay tuned.